This monkey's heart stopped from an electric shock, but some kind people spent over 15 minutes trying to resuscitate it like a human, and now it's going home.
I abhor vivisection with my whole soul. All the scientific discoveries stand with innocent blood. I count as of no consequence. Beloved Mahatma Gandhi Ji, vegetarian.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy, blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Supreme Master TV Max. Maximize your blessings at home, work, and anywhere.
All of you should try to set up your telephone. You go onto the site called suprememastertv.com/max or folia, poacher, Livia. Then you can set up your computer or even your handy smartphone without SIM into 40 quadrillion screens of Supreme Master Television. The dots are very, very small, but there are 40 quadrillion screens behind them. And if you have several no SIM phones set up on that, then it's a lot.
Other inventive ways to multiply the 40 quadrillion Supreme Master TV screens. When you go to www.suprememastertv.com/max, click the button that is for your device. One is for PC or Android phone or tablet. The other is for Apple iOS phone or tablet and any other device. Under that, you can click on the 1+3 max button to see one big screen of Supreme Master TV Live that you can watch and listen to as usual, together with 3 smaller screens of 40 quadrillion each. Enjoy our TV and the immense blessing at the same time. The offline button downloads the video to your device to keep the positive energy flowing without internet connection. The NX Max button shows many screens of 40 quadrillion for super multiplied blessings. Please tell all you know, all others, so this can help the whole world to be saved. Print out a Supreme Master TV Max card to distribute wherever you go, for example, if it is safe for you.
That kind of concentrated, huge, incredible energy will bless your home, bless your environment, your village, your town, or your city. And if many people do that, will bless your country, bless the world. Then our world will have less disasters, less war, more happiness, more intelligence, and more abundant blessings in our life. Just try it and you'll see the miracles that will happen.
To utilize this tool free of charge, please visit suprememastertv.com/max or youtube.com/@folia999/streams.
No more hurting animals, humans, and beasts. Be vegan, keep peace, do good deed.
We now invite you to watch the next part of Supreme Master Ching Hai's message titled, Kuan Yin Meditation Practice is the Direct Road to God, Part 7 of 9, on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on February 19th, 2025.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees, and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady, and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is the beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe.
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia.
All religions tell you, be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia.
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves, the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching.
and South America,
And keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real, lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Continue to pray like that, to thank God, because it's already done. It just takes some time. just to screen through obstacles in many lower levels and through this world. We still have to thank God anyway, as if world vegan, world peace is already there, because it should be there. It's just being obstructed by space and time until it's manifested in this world. The physical domain is different. Just like the soul is pure and simple and mighty, powerful. But the soul cannot manifest it toward the outside world because we have the mind, the brain, the physical, and the preconceived ideas which are taught and have influenced and contaminated our being so much. That's why sometimes people think good things and do good stuff. The next day, they do the opposite. Just because sometimes they can get through the obstacles, sometimes they cannot. That is the thing, okay? So heaven always listens to our prayers, just as we don't listen to heaven's answer. Because sometimes the people just want it, what they want. They don't know that what they want is not good for them, but they don't listen to heaven's advice. Even I sometimes, I have to listen to heaven's advice, even about where I sit, just where I sit, and what I should eat that day, or how I should handle such and such situation, like that. Things are complicated in this world because people are contaminated by the bad influence of the physical atmosphere. And Maya makes it worse and worse. When we first came here, when the souls first came here, from the Brahma heaven, they were pure. They didn't eat anything. Our ancestors did not have to eat anything, did not have to do anything. They could fly around, living in peace and happiness. And slowly, the nosy quality gets the better of them. They see this and that, things from the sea, and things that grow on the water and grow on the land, and they begin tasting it. Begin tasting one thing after another, and then they got used to it. And then if they don't taste them, they don't feel good. And then they start to taste more and more as the habit grows. Then they eat more and more, and then they become heavier and heavier. And they can't fly anymore. They cannot communicate by telepathy that much anymore. And then they begin to fight with each other for better comfort, for more food, etc. And that's how we got worse and worse. And then we have some golden age period of time. But then we use the knowledge to make something bad. Just like people know the atom, and then they make atom bombs and destroy so much. And the influence, the bad effect is still wreaking havoc on many of the victims of those lands. For example, in Japan, Hiroshima, some people still suffer the effect of that atom bomb that dropped on them so long ago. And now, they did not learn from that. They're still threatening. Those strong countries still threaten the weak countries with atom bombs. Yeah, I'm telling you. We have more priests, more popes, more monks, more nuns who are supposed to keep God's teachings alive, reminding people to do good, to be virtuous. But they themselves are evil. You know that. All the reports are everywhere on many countries nowadays. But still nothing is done. And then some governments, instead of taking care of their people, are using the tax money to make war, to kill more, and to destroy more beautiful places, beautiful people, to make food harder to get, dearer to buy. People are living in poverty, in hunger, in thirst. But the leaders of those governments, they have nothing to worry about. They always have money. And if a big urgency comes, they just drop into airplanes and run to safety somewhere else. Only the citizens suffer. And thanks also to many of the priests and popes and monks and nuns of different religions who didn't do much good either. Instead, they're leading people astray or taking the faith from them, making them believe no more in God or less in heaven. making them become more mundane or more bad in the heart, more faithless, more troublesome for the country and for the whole world.
Và dựa vào nhà Phật giáo Nguyên Thủy đó thì rõ ràng đó, hình ảnh địa ngục chỉ là một phương tiện để giáo dục đạo đức thôi. Bởi vì tất cả đều tái sinh ngay lập tức, thì còn đâu mà tồn tại ở dưới địa ngục. Niệm Phật có giảng sanh cực lạc Tây Phương được hay không? Câu trả lời nếu đúng với lịch sử và dựa vào bài kinh thứ 18, kinh Trường Bộ là không, vì Tây Phương cực lạc không có thật.
Pope Francis was the candidate of the St. Gallen lobby, whose object is a change in church teaching, a relaxation of discipline on sexual morality. And this is what Pope Francis is implementing.
We have come to a point that even simple people with little knowledge of doctrinal issues understand that we have a non-Catholic Pope, at least in strict sense of the term.
In his homily at the Casa Santa Marta, Pope Francis explained what paralyzes Christians with a very graphic example.
Non rischiare, per favore, no? La prudenza, I comandamenti tutti, sì, è vero, ma questo ti paralizza.
The Francis effect is to disarm us. What he's doing is a threat to our faith. It's a threat to the church. And it's a danger for the salvation of souls. The Pope has commanded priests to absolve the sins of women who've committed abortion and doctors who have performed abortions. Well, the impression given is that you go in, you don't have to be sorry, no repentance, no amendment of life, you can just go in and be absolved. Well, it doesn't work that way, as we know as Catholics. You have to be sorry and you have to promise to change your life. That's necessary.
Il Vaticano era stato informato di questi preti pedofili?
Era stato informato perché le vittime già nel 2013 o nel 2014 avevano scritto la lettera al Vaticano e non avendo ricevuto risposta in tutti questi anni abbiamo deciso di andare a Roma e consegnare personalmente la lettera al Papa. Ha chiesto perdono per quello che è successo e ha detto di pregare per lui e basta.
Giuseppe Concilio also attended the meeting with the Pope.
Mi è rimasto rosso dal viso, ha detto perdonami e ha fatto una preghiera. A me la preghiera non mi serve perché ormai la mia vita è rovinata.
Pope Francis, earlier this year, he drew widespread criticism, defending a Chilean bishop accused of covering up for that country's most notorious abuser priest.
Vigano claims he informed the Pope himself of McCarrick's misdeeds, and the Pope ignored this and restored McCarrick.
We have prominent cardinals taking an anti-Catholic stance on moral issues, of which we thought was settled. We have the Holy Father himself seeming to support them, to give his blessing to them.
If we want to know the love of God, we look at the crucifix. There we meet a man who is tortured, died, who is God, emptied of divinity, tarnished, who became sin.
The Attorney General's grand jury report identified more than 300 predator priests and more than 1,000 victims. It also triggered a wave of hundreds of previously unknown alleged victims to come forward and share their stories.
The abuse was a life-changing incident that just set my life in a totally different direction. He would invite altar boys to go on fishing trips, a sleepover, and the only place for you to stay was with Father in his room, because that's all there was Father's double bed. I'm not going anywhere until he got off me, and that's when I crawled out of bed and laid on the floor in a fetal position. And it was a crime that happened to us. Since when should the church be allowed to handle criminal cases? Why isn't it in front of the judicial system, as it should be?
Można powiedzieć, że świat dziecka w tym momencie runął. Się posypał. Poszedłem do domu, powiedziałem to mamie. Moja mama mi nie uwierzyła, ponieważ było dla ludzi w tamtejszych czasach było to do nieuwierzenia. Nie było to po prostu coś, co mogli przyjąć naturalnie. I ja automatycznie już to parę miesięcy po tym przestałem jeść. Trafiłem raz, drugi, trzeci raz do szpitala. Wpadłem w anoreksję. I było tak, że ksiądz się pojawił na kolędzie u nas. Ten sam ksiądz srebrzyński. Byłem na kropówce w szpitalu. To był stan taki, można powiedzieć, prawie że śmiertelny.
You hurt a child that deep, it's a spiritual rape. And you are, like, branded for life. So from now on, it colors everything. I can't imagine something happened to me in life that would hurt me like this has. It's the kind of wound that stays no matter how strong you are, no matter how much therapy you get, no matter how many loves you have, or diversions or excuses. It's a spiritual rape. It really is. It really is. It doesn't go away. It steals your faith. I envy people who have faith.
I stopped going to church.
You lost your faith?
Lost my faith. Yeah. You see how the church in Boston tried to sweep things under the carpet, and you read about cases in this country and other parts of the world. I lost my faith. Yeah.
Etc.
The ripple effect of the bad influence we cannot overlook.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan, 'cause we too are made of flesh and blood.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Loving viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode titled Kuan-Yin Meditation Practice is the Direct Road to God, Part 7 of 9, on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is The Way to End Wars, Part 5 of 7, on Words of Wisdom right after Noteworthy News. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Unsere Sendungen bieten viele Sprachen. Gehen Sie auf suprememastertv.com/schedule und suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.